I think it's time for some new illustration rares. For those that don't know, I'm trying to collect every single English illustration rare. Currently, I have 53 out of 253 English illustration rares, and we know that number is going to get even higher with the release of Black Bolt and White Flare in just a couple months. Just a refresher on our rules for this challenge, I can either 1, get it from a pack, 2, trade other cards for it, or 3, if I do buy it, I have to get it at a price that's under the current market value. Today, I wanted to implement Rule 2 and trade a card for my collection to get a ton of illustration rares all at once. Let's get started. This past weekend, I met up with a friend who vends at a lot of card shows, and he had a huge inventory of illustration rares he was trying to move. And so for my extra 151 Charizard, I got 56 new illustration rares. Let's check them out together. Starting with Scarlet and Violet base set, we got the Palmont illustration rare, the Dolive illustration rare, the Dondozo illustration rare, the Squovit illustration rare, and my personal favorite of these is the Grievert illustration rare. This one just has such cool details in it with the Ghastly rug, the Shuppet rug, the Gengar rug. Who doesn't love the Ghost Puppy? Just a really cool card, and I'm really glad to have gotten this one. From Paldea Evolved, we got the Rookidee illustration rare, the Orthworm illustration rare, and the Fletchender illustration rare. Paldea Evolved has so many illustration rares, it's going to take a long time to get all of those, but any little bit helps, so getting 3 more today makes me happy. From Obsidian Flames, we got the Varoom illustration rare, the Bellybolt illustration rare, the Palafin illustration rare. This one is really colorful. I really like this one. And we got the Lechonk illustration rare. Just sleeping, taking a nap. I relate to that heavy. Now from everyone's favorite set, Scarlet and Violet 151, I added the Ammonite, the Mr. Mime, and the Tangela illustration rare. Going back to the Ammonite, something I never noticed was the Kabuto up here. I never picked up on that before, and you got the Omastar in the background. I love fossil Pokemon, always have. Omanite's just the OG. Anytime you can get some cards from 151, you gotta do it, so I'm glad to add these 3. I definitely picked up the most from Paradox Rift. Like Paldea Evolved, there's a lot of illustration rares in Paradox Rift, so to get a bunch of those knocked out was a huge boost for me. We got the Iron Jugulus, Dottler, Toadscruel, Porygon Z, Cyclizar, Ferrothorn, Garganackle. This one's got so many extra Pokemon in it that I never noticed before. Really cool card. Mienshao, Espathra, and Blitzel. This one's kind of creepy looking. It gives me very much Halloween vibes, just kind of spooky forest. Blitzel kind of lighting the way up ahead. Really cool card. Glad to add these. Now for Temporal Forces, and if you followed my channel for any length of time, you know I'm a huge fan of this Drampa card. I finally picked it up myself. It looks like it's straight out of a Studio Ghibli movie. I really love this one, and I'm really happy to have added it to my collection. Next, we got the Chatot. This one's really cool because they say if you actually play the notes that the Chatot's like sitting on the clothesline, it actually plays something from a Pokemon like melody or a Pokemon song. I think it might be the Pokemon Center theme. I'm not really sure, but that's just a really cool Easter egg. Then you got the Meltan here, Cutiefly, and the Bronzor. I like how the mirror he's looking at is shaped like the Bronzor. These are just really cool cards. I love illustration rares. That's why I'm doing this binder. I think once it's all done, it's just going to be an incredible art piece, and I'm really excited to have it. Next up, we got some illustration rares from Twilight Masquerade. We got the Sunflora. This one's really cool. Sunflora is just kind of like a derpy Pokemon. Then we got the Cramorant, the Lairon, Chimecho, Wattrel, and Heliolisk. The only one I picked up from Shrouded Fable was this Okidogi. I know a lot of people don't like this card, but I think it's kind of underrated. It looks really good in person. And you got to think, these are like legendary Pokemon. For somebody whose first game was Scarlet and Violet, they probably like Okidogi, while as people that have played the Pokemon games for a while, you can take it or leave it. But for somebody, this Pokemon is meaningful to them, and they'll probably want this card in the future. And for how cheap it is, I think it's definitely one that should be picked up. But yeah, this was the only one I got from Shrouded Fable, but I'm still glad to add it to the collection. Next, we got the illustration rares from Stellar Crown. First, we got the Turtonator. I really like this art style. It looks like he just came out of the cave after the rain, and you know he's a fire type, so he can't get wet, hiding in that cave. Then we got the Reboot. I've talked about this one a lot as well as one that I really like. I love the contrast between the fire and ice, and it looks really good in person. Next, we got this Meditite. I hadn't seen this one in person before, but I really like it because you can tell he's trying to meditate, and Chadot's probably out here singing, and it's just messing up his meditation, and he's very unhappy about it. Last, we got the Archaludon. I really like this one just walking through the market, all the little kids just oohing and awing over this Pokemon. Really cool details on this one. Next up, we got Surging Sparks. I picked up quite a few from this set as well. First, we got the Vivillon, the Shiinotic, Larvesta. I really like this one. The Larvesta is just sunbathing, really cool. Got the Stunfisk, Vibrava, Flapple, Appleton, and the Braviary. I like the artwork on this one. Really cool. Really glad to add these as well. Next up, we got Journey Together. We got the Maractus here. Then we got the Lily's Rabombi. I think the detail on the trainer illustration rares is just really well done. Really love seeing Pokemon and trainers interacting. I love what they're doing with these, and I wish they would continue with the trainers, but after Destined Rivals, we're not getting it for a while, so hopefully we see it return again. And then last but not least, we got the Noibat. Noibat's just chilling in the cave, eating some berries, having a really good time. I really like this one. It's really fun. The final cards of the trade were these illustration rare promos. We got the King Gambit, the Magneton. This one's crazy. Like, I love this one. Got the Koraidon, and we got the Pecharunt. This Rapidash was actually not part of our trade, but a friend of mine who was at the show where I conducted the trade, he knew I'm working on this binder, and he told me I could just have this one. So I really appreciate it. Really glad to start making some headway on Destined Rivals. I didn't really pull much myself in terms of illustration rares. So to get this started, kick it off with this Rapidash, really excited. After adding these cards to the binder, I now have 106 out of 253 illustration rares and 13 out of 22 illustration rare promos. Still a long way to go, but I'm enjoying this journey. It's very fun every time I get a new card. I love the artwork on these. I love how the binder's filling out, and I appreciate every single one of you that's watched thus far. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, drop a comment down below of your favorite card that we got today, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video like this one. Until next time, it's Chase the Money.